Billy in Phoenix, Arizona. You're on the air with Senator Sanders.
Hi, how are you guys? Senator, I have a question for you. We live in a society here in America where the majority of people don't even know that there is a midterm elections, which have consequences. They don't even know there's midterm elections at all. My question is, and Tom had the subject yesterday, I wonder if there's any way possible one day we'll have mandatory voting in this country, and if not mandatory, make it easier by some sort of app that goes on kids' smartphones or adult smartphones to let them know there's elections coming up, or to let them know that they're not registered and they can register via their app, and so on and so forth. This is something I've been going over in my mind quite often, so I just wondered
Billy, thanks a lot for raising that issue. I worry very much, and Tom and I over the years have discussed this issue often, about the future of American democracy. As Billy indicates, in the last midterm election we had, some 63% of the American people did not vote. Some 80% of young people did not vote. An equal number of low-income working people did not vote. And at the same time, the billionaire class, Koch brothers and others, are spending hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars to elect right-wing candidates who will work for their benefits, and that's the dynamic. And then on top of that, you have many states who are literally trying to make it harder, are trying to suppress the vote with all kinds of so-called anti-voter fraud legislation, which will make it more complicated for seniors and lower-income people to be able to participate. That's the landscape that we're seeing now in terms of the political process. And now my view is that we have to address this issue very frontally. You have countries in Europe, Denmark comes to mind, where 80, 85, 90% of the people participate in the elections, not 36%. So we have got to make it easier for people to vote. We have got to demand that the media talks about the real issues facing people so that people understand the significance of elections. I always get startled when I hear you talk to people and say, "Oh, election's still crap. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to bother to vote." Meanwhile, the Koch brothers spend hundreds of millions of dollars on elections. So why is it that the richest people think that politics is really, really important, and many working people say, "Oh, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to vote"? I think we should pay attention to what the Koch brothers do. They think elections are very important. They know that what goes on in the White House and Congress is very important. So I think Billy raises a very important issue. There are many things that we can do. I have proposed legislation, introduced legislation, calling for an election day holiday. We should take a day off during the year to celebrate democracy, where people will have the time to vote. We should work on various approaches to make it easier, whether it's postcards or same-day registration or lengthening the amount of time in which people can register to vote. But the goal is to create an inclusive democracy, to be proud when more people participate, not to go out of our way, as our many Republican governors are doing, to make it harder for people to participate.